So, as always, no surprise. I'm just noting it for internet purposes and for other people to be able to come back and cite this. But, as always, white people love to tell you it's not about race. It's not about race. It's not about race. They'll swear up and down it's always not about race. But then all you got to do is go on YouTube and watch people who think they're not being watched and observe their behavior in the comment sections. So I'm sure everybody has heard about, I think there's two incidences, but now there's three. So the one I'm looking at right now is two men wanted for terroristic threats on social media, police say. And this is in Tennessee. And basically, two teenagers made some terroristic threats on social media, apparently, and it had something to do with race. I don't know whether they said they're going to run around and shoot white people, but anyway, that's what the whole deal is. And just the other day, there was the guy on social media who I believed all the people he killed were black, but he went on some sort of just rampage riding around, looked crazy to me. I saw the video of him before YouTube took it down, and he was just on some like crazy clout chasing, attention seeking, but not in the right head. Like somebody who's not right in the head and is clout chasing, via social media. Oh, let me post it on Facebook. Like, first off, you're committing a crime and you're posting it on Facebook, so chances are you're not right in the head anyway. But he went around just randomly shooting out the window, killed 4 people, injured, I forget what the number was, but injured a bunch of other people. And then before that, there was a white woman who's the heiress of a billionaire who was jogging at like 4:30 in the morning, and she got abducted and was I don't know whether she was raped, but she was attacked and assaulted and ultimately killed. Right. So the white people, they're foaming at the mouth, going crazy about that shit. So that's 3 incidents right there. Right. And I go to the comments section. And the comment section is, let's start, red enveloped media. We can't even go for a damn jog anymore. Again, talking about the white woman that got killed jogging. We're literally being hunted every day. LeBron James, right? These are the type of comments there's like a template. There's like a white supremacist, template, or white nationalist template. Like I said, they come on the internet, they look for bias confirmation, and then make a judgment against the entire group. They don't do this with each other. They don't do this with white people. They don't do this with mass shooters. They don't do this with anything that white people do. It's only when it comes to black people, it's a those people argument. Next comment, where are we at? Blah blah blah. She's talking about National Guard. And I don't even know why some black people comment on these things, because it's filled with nothing but, white supremacists and shit. Yet no one snitches on their own kids making threats on TikTok. Another comment. One could easily return the favor. So that's basically, we're going to retaliate and respond, right? You kill one of us, we kill one of you type of argument. They got to secretly go after these threats without announcing it on live media. And it's a statement about the news. Of course, 2 Tyrones, right? 38 likes. And then there's 8 responses underneath. Always, let's hope they're met with white love. They need to pull up. I think it's Adam and Jeff. What the hell is he saying? I don't even know what he's saying. It's Tariq and Ladarius. White people can't even make up proper black names, but anyway, or even the ones that black people use all the time. That's Pookie and Ray Ray on the right. The culture of peace, love, and soul strikes again. Black Lives Matters and CRT and the Biden effect. Laughing out loud. These people are subhumans. The Ooga Booga community shaking my head. This species is wild. Rope is cheap. Trees are everywhere. Uh, this guy writes, where's Young Dolph's footage? I don't know. Another guy writes laughable. Another guy writes black at it, meaning black at it again, like back at it again, play on words. Well, if the race happens to be black, then we good. Basically, he's saying if these guys are running around killing other black people, basically we don't give a shit, we don't care. That's a good thing because it's reducing the black numbers, right? More racism. Their mama must be so proud of raising racist pieces of trash. Well done, Black Queen. Where else is it? Keep voting Democrat, Memphis. It's clearly working out great. The usual suspects, again, I don't even know where they get the usual suspect shit, because the people who go on random shooting rampages are typically white people. But so the basis of usual, what happens usually? Usually we see a white mass shooter. We don't see black mass shooters. Anyway, another comment, goddamn animals, all day, every day, animals. Everyone chill out. These two just looking for their to their reparations early, for their reparations. Letitia Brown, yo, Memphis ain't no joke. Woo. Democrat crime. Oh hell no. Days, and this is the, we're gonna intentionally use bad broken English to make fun of black people. Oh hell no. And it's hell nah. Like, if you're gonna do it right, he says, oh hell no. Like hail, like Hail, the dude with the funny mustache, like HAIL. Like, it's not, even if you're gonna make fun of like ebonics, you would write oh hell, HELL, nah, NAHHHH or NAWWW, nah. But he goes, oh hell no. Days am be very good young men's with an S. Days is fine, outstanding members of the St. George Floyd Church of Meaningful Redemption. And then he has a picture of monkeys, see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil, speak no evil. Shit, SHEEEEEEET. Right? So basically they think all ebonics ends with a vowel, ends with an A, and that's how they do it. As though white folks don't have their country twang. Oh, I reckon. Like, reckon is a fucking word. Oh, I reckon. All these country. I'm fitting to do, like, all that country ass shit that white people talk. But that's not ebon. What is that? Euronics? Like what the fuck is that? All that country shit that nobody sounds like when they're given the news. It's not proper English. And sit there and act like white people don't use words incorrectly, double negatives, words like, ain't no something, like just white people, yo. Where is this at? Blah 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 blah. It's a complete joke and disgrace how this community is above criticism and people can't say anything. Sounds like a hate crime. Probably is a hate crime. But again, that the whole aspect, and I know white people don't agree with me on this shit. That's just the way that I feel. Like, I'm like, you got, America has been like a pressure cooker to black people. And then when black people react or respond to the system of white supremacy, white people try to act like, well, see, they do what we do. Even though prior to that, they'll deny that they even do that they even engage in racism. But then if black people engage in a response to racism, or there's anger or retaliation or whatever, then white people go, oh, well, see, they do what we do. They do the same thing. It's a two-way street. Hate is a two-way street. I get so sick of that narrative. I get so sick of we run around for years on end, fucking with people, punching them in the face, pushing them in the pool, haha, it's funny. And then when black people react, respond, or retaliate because they're mad for whatever reason, then it's, see, they do what we do. This is black supremacy, right? They try to put it in the context that there's always since the beginning of time been this anti-whiteness coming from the black community, the same as anti-blackness comes from the white community, and that's not been the case. I mean, it's like the way that the France, charges Haiti with reparations for stolen goods or some shit like that. Or even that guy that was on Amazing Lucas that tried to be like, well, see, look at Haiti. They killed all the white people and Haiti went to shit. Yeah, because they freaking put an embargo on it and prevented Haiti from trading. It was the wealthiest, and then it became the poorest. And as we talked about before, how do you get an ex-slave to work for an ex-slave? We fight for freedom, but then after you fight for freedom, okay, how do you have an economy in a world that's embargoing you and in a world that, I mean, you don't even know how that shit functions like that in your land that you've been brought to. But now they just piss me off with that crap, acting like it's always some sort of two-way street, like black hate of white people is the same as white people's hatred of black people, and like there's some black supremacy that's floating around, and black people just wake up in the morning and talk about how awesome they are and all that. That's why I said, the white supremacy is backed by past events. That's why they're always bringing up history. That's why freaking Richard Spencer jumped up there and talking about, America wasn't stolen, it was conquered, right? That whole we've been winning, right? So that's the whole basis of their concept and ideas of white supremacy, you see. And that's why they can't allow, especially archaeologically, the Olmecs, they can't be black. Ancient Egypt never had any black rulers. Like, they got to make sure none of that shit happens. But they always try to act like it's some two-way street. So when black people snap, in this pressure cooker of the system of white supremacy, and they go out there and they go on a rampage, white people that all of a sudden now they want to talk about Jesus and what's right and wrong and tell you about Christ and tell you about, how you people shouldn't do that. And that's not right and blah, 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 blah. Right. But none of that was said when white people were doing all their fucked up shit. I'm always going to look at it through that context, period. So the white people that are looking for no, you have to condemn this and say that it's wrong. And yeah, I can sit there and point out it's wrong, but I'm not pointing out that it's wrong from the standpoint that, when it comes to shit like this, that there aren't white people out here that have it coming. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it's like the hate is some sort of two-way street, because it's never been a fucking two-way street. But anyway, you get the gist of the fucking comments. All the comments are the fucking same, right? So then I go over to, where's this at? I go over to this other video where these Cobb County police got shot by I don't know if they're brothers or whatever they are. I know one guy, he lives at home with his mom, and so that's not his house, that's her house. And again, even just speaking on going to the, why black people are running around so angry and mad, you could literally look at this neighborhood and know and listen to the southern twang of some of the people that they interview, and it's a predominantly white neighborhood. That there's no black people here. I looked at the house and be like, oh, white people live there. How can I do that if there's no economic disparity in America due to redlining and blockbusting and freaking Robert Moses and freaking the 1956 Highway Commission Act and all these other racist policies, that this country has operated on, right? So it's no surprise to me looking at the house like, oh, some white people live there, right? And I was running around, I was searching the internet. I'm like, okay, two police officers died. I only seen one police officer. He's definitely white. I don't know what the other police officer was. I'm assuming that the police officer was also white. Especially the fact that I think 96% of all police officers are white in this country. But anyway, so they got the one guy, they're saying he was a veteran, and basically these two white guys have just been, just tons of criminal history, theft, stealing laptops, stealing tools, get hit with drug charges, cocaine. Everything that would be stereotypical of the criminal background of a black man, right? Oh, these white guys have it, right? You go to the comment section. You go to the comment section. Let me go to the comment section. And it's all this. No, this isn't. Not this. This wasn't the video. Where's the video with the comment section? Give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah, the 5-minute video. Okay, so this video, prayers and condolences to the family. You know, what the hell is wrong with people, lunatics, right? Just notice how mild the comments are. And how what these two white guys did, killing these two officers, is not an indictment of the entirety of the white race, right? Condolences to the family. This is crazy and such a senseless death. The evil murders couldn't stay hidden in the house. The evil murderers, they have the wrong word there. There is no need to kill people for doing their job, right? I mean, doesn't that just sound like a little slap on the wrist? Like there's no need. There's no need to kill people for doing their job. Like, just mild. But I guarantee you, if this was two black guys that blasted two cops away, it would be all type of, oh, these niggers, oh, we should have kept them in chains, oh, send them back to Africa, these subhuman monkeys, right? It'd be all that bullshit. But let me read that comment again. This is crazy. Senseless death. The evil murderers could have stayed hidden in the house. There is no need to kill people for doing their job. I mean, just slap them on the wrist. You know, I mean, just bring out the tea and crimpets. Why don't you? Then here's somebody says, y'all need the death penalty. Some people don't deserve life sentences. Living in a box, rent free and free from food, garbage system. Wow, so sad. My deepest condolences to the family and friends. May they rest in peace. My heart and prayers to the family. The heart of man has turned wicked and cold. I can't believe the comments section. What part of the comments section can't you believe? And I think because this dude's a veteran, there's a bunch of those January 6th people that are like, that think it's all about these are true patriots and they're exercising their Second Amendment rights, and these tyrannical foot soldiers, right? These what do they call them? Jackbooted thugs. They came to their house, and these true American patriots, they let them know that tyranny will not go down today. I'm like, but they have an extensive criminal history. That's cool that the guy is a veteran. That's nice and all. And obviously he knows how to use his firearm, but I'm like, the dude is a criminal, and where's all the smoke? That's what I'm asking. Where's all the, this is not about race. This is about whether somebody knows how to behave in criminal. Where's all the fucking smoke? Where's all these people are a scourge to society. Get a job, you lazy fool. Why are you out there stealing laptops and doing drugs? Don't do drugs. See, we need to give these people a drug test before they get any support from the state and welfare. We got to make sure, right? All that shit. Right? On top of the fact that they got a whole extensive criminal history, why the fuck do they have guns? So your whole argument about these are true patriots, it doesn't hold up, because they've already been convicted of crimes. Again, the racial bias is retarded. It's fucking retarded. 593 comments. Our society becomes more violent by the day. My heart goes out to the officers killed by these animals. Finally, somebody who calls them, who uses the term animals, cowardly and despicable. Sorry for the loss of the officers. So heartbreaking. I'm heartbroken. Just a sad situation. Those who live by the sword die by the sword. That's against cops, obviously. Let me see. There's one response. Another person says, exactly. Uh, well, actually, I can't say whether that's to the cops or not. I don't know who they're talking about. Those who live by the sword die by the sword. I don't know who they're talking about. My cousin was shot doing the same thing. He lived, but was traumatized for a lifetime. It was a domestic. So okay, so his cousin's cop. Da 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 da. So like, there's a whole bunch of the compassion is going in either direction because again, it's just white people. So it's either you're Blue Lives Matter, we love the cops, we love the police, condolences to them, or it's these are true patriots and they prevented these jackbooted thugs and shit. The suspects don't need to be questioned; they need to be put down. Okay, there's some smoke right there. Cobb, count on being busted. It ain't so funny to them when they the ones getting busted, laughing out loud. Keep the same energy. And where are we at? I would like to see the body cam footage to see how they behaved. Did they show up acting like Rambo and act like Nazi stormtroopers? See what I'm talking about? You know, people have had it up to here with the police flagrantly ignoring the laws and the Constitution. You see, again, like when it's black people and we get into it with police, oh nigger, you need to comply. But when it's white people and they get it into it with police, then it's, from my cold dead hands, copper, the tree of liberty must be refreshed with the blood of patriots and tyrants, right? Give me liberty or give me death, right? That's white guys, right? Here's another person that says, you ain't wrong, but if dude was wanted, criminal can't back him up. Well spoken. This is another person's comment. Well, until such a time as he is convicted, he is not a criminal. He is an alleged criminal, innocent until proven guilty. Maybe a person not yet convicted of a crime does not like being treated like a criminal. This guilty until proven innocent mindset in law enforcement has gotten out of hand. Like, this is somebody who hasn't even done the research. Right, you want to talk about like how divided the country is, like even amongst white people. Like this is a primary example, because these people clearly have criminal history. Like I went and saw the shit and what they were talking about, motherfuckers stealing laptops and tools and their drug charges and everything else. They've been known by law enforcement. But this guy's coming in and making it all about the 2A and making it about we're tired of these jackbooted thugs, these Nazis. I don't wish death on anyone, but I'm a bit surprised to see so much support for gang members. Y'all usually cheer when thugs get what they give. See, and see, that's somebody who's calling out the hypocrisy on the chat. They're like, man, you guys are all over the place. Let's not judge the two suspects until all evidence has come out. Any video doesn't tell the whole story. Isn't that what cops say whenever they kill an unarmed man, an unarmed person? Just note, if these guys were black, all this, we gotta wait until the video comes out. None of that shit would be said. But because these are two white guys, it's all, we gotta wait until the facts come out. We gotta be patient, right? And here's another comment. No fun when the rabbit got the gun, huh? What about all the unarmed black dudes y'all smoked? Yeah, shout out to Steppers. Now that's a black dude talking that shit. Now I expect the black guys to come in here and talk that because, obviously we have, a different history with cops. But after all this January 6th shit, what I mean? Now it's like, now it turns into, oh yeah, now white men reserve the right to shoot cops because, tyranny, right? That's like the green light. When white guys say tyranny, then it's like, okay, we can shoot cops. That's their attitude. Judgment in Cobb County and City of Atlanta for all the blood in the streets on their hands. Prayers. Where are we at? These cops. I mean, there was one comment in here. I wish I could find it. It was one black woman. She just made a comment, and then somebody wrote underneath the comments. They were like Shaquifa or some shit like that. I was like, really? Like that's so a black woman wrote a comment and you just write Shaquifa? Like that's their only response. Like it wasn't even a response to what she said. It was just Shaquifa. These cops deserve everything that happens to them. My heart is not broken. I think this is somebody black because it says Kenneth. And let the same be said about you. I gotta laugh, especially last. I had AKs pulled on me and handguns in two separate instances by police and was handcuffed and humiliated. AKs pulling him. Man, people are coming in here with all type of bullshit. I remember the face of a cop killer on trial several years ago. He was battered beyond recognition. It was great. If you kill a cop, you get immediate death, no jail, no DA, no judge, no trial, no possible chance of ever doing it again. If you shoot at a cop but miss, same immediate death penalty. What's the response? Oh, well, there's two responses, but the two responses were so egregious. YouTube leaves the two replies up, but took the comments down, so I can't see it because when I hit the two replies, it doesn't show up. But overall, y'all get the point. Killers and these cops, we need press conference to be held. I feel like if you choose to break the law should not protect you. They got shot while serving the town. I don't know what that means. Glad these animals are off the street. That's a comment with some smoke in it. But as a rule, white folks don't get the animal statement. That's black people that get the animal statement. But you see like how conflicted this comment section is. If these were two black guys, the whole comment section would just be white people coming together, forming Voltron, and it would just be a those people type of arguments. Let out like where is this out? You need to keep a block. What? These people's comments are stupid. Here's a person. Here's a person that. Oh my God! This is what I'm talking about. This is a person. I swear these are bots because these names are goofy, and there's nothing on their channel. But here's a comment. The savage usual suspects. And this is like the fourth time I've seen these sort of usual suspect comments that don't even take the time to look to see who the perpetrators are. They just assume. And that's why I'm kind of saying maybe they're people, maybe they're bots. If they're people, then obviously they're just ignorant white supremacists who just don't even take the time. But this says the savage usual suspects. It's in their DNA. In the DNA of two white guys. Oh, that's a new one for me. That's a new one for me. So either that's somebody that's ignorant, really ignorant, doesn't even take the time to see who the perpetrators are, or it's a bot, a Russian bot. And then this person says, people wonder why cops are so quick to go for their guns. You know what's so funny, even about that statement? What's so funny about that statement is, there have been numerous cases of white people who ambush police officers. I remember that guy out in Idaho ambushed the cops. You had that guy in Pennsylvania. They were looking for him a couple days, ambushed the cops. You know what I mean? But, black people get shot when they're unarmed. That's the crazy part. There's white people, all these militia type people. There's more of them that ambush cops than black people. Black people don't ambush cops. They try to get away from cops. But the white people, they ambush cops. Like, sit there, call 911. Oh, there's a cat stuck in a tree. The cop comes rolling up, and then they get the dumping. And cops wonder why citizens go for their guns as well. See, here's another person, all-star merchant. And cops wonder why citizens go for their guns as well. See, again, because these are two white guys, and one of them is a veteran, this automatically goes into the militia box. This automatically goes into the January 6th box. If this was two black guys, it would just be, oh, they're thugs, and that's what it is. And now we must support law enforcement and support white supremacy. Uh, One person writes a hate crime. Where's the hate? How do you get a hate crime? Two white guys killing two white police. How do you get a hate crime? Where does that come from? They made it into custody, so they must be. Never mind. God bless. And that's another thing. Like, you kill two cops as a black man. What are the chances you making out that shit? Two white cops kill two white cops, and it turns into, or I'm assuming the second cop is white, but I'm saying it turns into take them alive, let them surrender. Why didn't they stop the suspect with their guns? Guess guns aren't the answer still. And then this person's bitching about loose gun laws. Well, Governor, your loose gun laws strikes again, and you had the nerve to call to ask what you could do to stop everybody that's not supposed to have a gun, and your state to turn their guns in. That's what you can do. Wait, first off, both these guys are felons, so they shouldn't have had guns in the first place. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Back the blue, glad Floyd got the knee. What does George Floyd have to do with two white guys shooting fucking police officers? Bro, I can't with these people. Somebody responded, but the comment got deleted because it was too sensitive. Good. Wait, what? Wait, what? Good? What? Let's not jump to the conclusions. We need to wait and see the evidence. You see what I'm saying? And this is a guy that has a Green Bay logo, so you already know what time it is with that. You know what I mean? Like, this is retarded. Like, this is retarded. Was it those Mexican dudes? I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what they're saying. But anyway, you get the point. The shit is all over the place. All this shit is racial. I don't want to hear anything else about white guys coming on my channel talking about, you talk about race too much. It's not about race. It's about behavior. Get the fuck out of my face with your bullshit. Get the fuck out of my face. If you want to write your comments and you want to call out your brethren on their racist bullshit in the comments, call them the fuck out. Go over there and type up a storm, because I never see you over there. Always see them up there talking about he didn't do nothing. L'Aquarius James, went around blacks never relaxed. That was another comment I saw, on that last video. Here's somebody else. Call Black Lives Matter. Hurry. See, I'm telling you, are these bots? The two men that killed the fucking cops were white, not black. So why are you bringing up, hurry up, call Black Lives Matter? And again, and it's got 3 thumbs up, 3 likes. What is it? Should have freed thug? I had to reread your statement 100 times so I could comprehend it. I don't. Yeah, American flag on the door. You know why they didn't show the suspect? Why they didn't show the suspects yet? Yeah, because they're fucking white. Roast pig for dinner. So here we got a cop hater comment. That was for George laughing out loud. I'm sure they didn't shoot the cops for George Floyd. The cops showing up to the house were the ones doing the ambush. It just wasn't successful. Very sad. Really? Now you ambush by knocking on a door? This is somebody responding to the shit. Another white person puts his hand over his face. They were laying in wait at his home in the hopes of doing an ambush style arrest. It's not like only the bad guys use that tactic. It's actually very popular among law enforcement. They just happen to not be successful at this time. I'm not saying I liked the outcome. Now he's switching it up because he got called out on it. 2 plates of bacon. What a morning breakfast. People are sick of police. Sorry, but none of us feel bad. You police change people's lives every day. Funny how you want all the condolences when your lives are changed. Got what you deserved. Bottom line, capital letters. Cops should leave people alone. You see how do y'all see it? You see how the energy is totally different? It's totally different. Nobody gives a fuck. Good for them. This should happen more often. Maybe they'll learn how to treat people. Let me see this comment. Wait a second. Is this dude black or white? I can't see because the damn flash is in his face. It could be black, white, or Hispanic. I can't even tell. He's got 49 comments. Let's see, with 19 likes, 49 comments. It's people like you that have me praying for judgment. Oh, wow, edgy. Now, just because they are cops doesn't mean they are not people. They are human beings with real families and real people who are affected. I'm not saying some cops aren't bad, but not every deserves to die. These were sheriffs, not cops. Really? We're gonna play semantics. Really? We're gonna play that game. At least sheriffs are voted for. I'll say that much. The facts. They were serving a warrant. Why shoot at cops? Like again, the whole page is fucking torn. You know, I've made my point. I can end this video. I don't have to go on and on and on. What's this last comment? Well, maybe they shouldn't have taken the job. Laughing out loud. This is the South. Anyway, people not even typing full sentences now. But you get my point. Totally different energy, all predicated on, and this is what I think flipped Amazing Lucas. You know what I mean? Because Amazing Lucas, I mean, he's really going pro-black now. You know, he was on the he started out being a conservative, then he tried to be more balanced. And see when you try to be more balanced, you know, in politics and shit like that, you know, white people really show their ass. And so he tried to be more balanced. They started showing their ass, and you know, he started seeing the bias. Like, it's like, you know, and I picked up on that just being, you know, a black guy that's, you know, strong into the 2A and the Second Amendment. You start seeing that shit because I'm pro 2A. You know, I'll find myself in videos that have to do with, you know, the Second Amendment, what the laws are. The next thing you know, you're watching active self-protection. Then next thing you know, you're over there watching police activity. Then next thing you know, you're seeing, you know, videos where, because the 2A community likes to, you know, what do you want to call it? Elevate videos where people are caught on camera using their firearms defensively against criminals. Because let the media tell it, the only time guns are used is illegally by criminals. Like there's no law-abiding people with guns, and law-abiding people with guns don't know how to aim. They can't protect themselves. You know, all this, that's all the shit that the liberal media tries to put out there. So if you're a part of the 2A discussion space or whatever, you will find yourself, the algorithm gods will push more conservative stuff in your direction just because conservatives and the 2A are like in bed with one another. But when you're in that space and you're black, you start picking up on the patterns of white people's behavior, which is what they'll do is, again, you know, how they feel about shit is based on the race of the people that are involved. And that's how it plays out, right? I'm trying to think of an example. What is an example trying to, you know, like, I'm trying to think of an example, you know, of a black person getting shot by a police officer. White people will jump up and be like, he needs to comply. You need to comply. He didn't comply. Comply. But then you go over to the Ashley Babbitt getting shot while storming the Capitol, right? And she got shot in the neck by the black police officer, the black, what would you call that, Capitol Police, and all of a sudden, it's no longer Blue Lives Matter anymore. All of a sudden, it turns into, that tyrant needs to be arrested. He needs to be charged. Ashley Babbitt is a true patriot. It turns into all that shit. You sitting there and you like, ain't this a bitch? Ain't this a bitch? So when a black man gets killed by a police officer, it's because that nigga didn't comply. If a white person gets killed by a police officer, arrest that man. Arrest that man. Or if the person's black, it's definitely arrest him. If the cop is black, arrest the cop. If the cop is white, then more comes into question. Well, we have to wait until all the evidence comes out and really see what's going on. They're never going to go immediately to white people need to comply. That white person needs to comply. He didn't comply. It's always this, and I'm saying it's like a pendulum. Like you may have like one or two people in there that'll go in there and they'll say they're not racist. They see shit right down the middle. You get people like that. But overall, like if I took all the white people and put them in a room, you know what I mean? That racist meter, the bullshit would be swung more towards that bias side. It's like they can't help it. I mean, they really can't help it. Me, I like to be philosophically consistent. If I say that's the way they shit, unless there's like some mitigating factor and I'm going to break it down and tell you what the factors are, I like to be consistent. I like to say, okay, this is this way because of X, and this is an exceptional situation because of X, Y, and Z, right? I'm saying if I recognize something that even looks like a contradiction, I'm going to address it. You know what I mean? Because you get these low IQ people that want to jump up and they're like, that's a contradiction. No, it's not a contradiction because the parameters aren't even the same. It looks close to the scenario that you're talking about, but it's not the same as the scenario that you're talking about. So no, it's not. But I'm just saying, overall, to the best of my ability, I try to be consistent about what the fuck I'm saying. But when it comes to white people, they don't have that bone in their brain. Like they don't have that part of their mind that believes in consistency. Dealing with white supremacists is like dealing with women oftentimes. I know women will be like, hey, that's sexist. Hey, it is. Y'all want to be right. Y'all don't want shit to make sense. You're not going to let sense, disrupt an argument. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. I'm speaking here. Yeah, that's how white people are. We don't need to make sense. We just need to say it and speak shit into existence. That officer at the Capitol Police, he needs to be tried for high treason for killing Ashley Babbitt. I'm like, what happened to Blue Lives Matter and she needs to comply? What happened to that shit? See, white people reserve the right not to comply whenever they fucking feel like it. That's the reality of the shit. But anyway, I'm just ranting and talking my shit. But I just get so sick of being on YouTube and seeing that shit all the fucking time. It's like these people that just sit around and they just look for black criminality, and then they go, aha. See, and we knew it was in their DNA, the usual suspects, aha. And then it's like, they say that shit in a vacuum. You know what I mean? You get like one black guy goes on a fucking gun rampage, and they go, aha, usual suspects. I'm like, the usual suspects are you, motherfucker. What are you talking about? Aha, just saying shit just to be saying it. Even though it's like the shit you're saying is not based in reality. It's not even based in reality. And again, like I said, when it involves white people, when white people engage in bad behavior, it's all the comments are very mild. It never speaks to the collective of white people. It's always like, oh, it's just this random white person. It's never the collective of white people. But when it comes to black people, oh, see, all y'all are just like this guy in the video. See, and then insert racist theory about black people. Shit is so annoying. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. That's my video. SWP out. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. I'm out.